What's going on, everybody? My name is Dan and/or X2Shoes, and today we are going to be talking about starting your streaming career and what you need to do that. But before we get into this video, everyone, I just want to thank everyone for 5,000 subscribers. That is absolutely wild. It's like such a massive milestone for the channel. So if you've ever stopped by this channel and spent any time on it at all, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new here, please do subscribe for weekly streamer tips. You could also catch me 4 days a week live on Twitch at twitch.tv/X2Shoes. And I would also like to take a quick second to thank the wonderful sponsors of today's video, Placeit. Placeit are an amazing website that provide amazing tools for designers, video editors, YouTubers, and now streamers, everything. And we'll learn a little bit more about them later on in the video. So you want to start your streaming career, right? Let's talk about it. Let's just jump headfirst into what I think it takes to start a Twitch career, right? All the things you need, from the very basic all the way up to a little bit more complicated, right? Let's just hash it all out and talk about it. I want to preface this video and say that there is no right or wrong way to stream, right? There's no way that you should look at Twitch in terms of you have to look at it as a business or you have to look at it as just a hobby. I am a bit of an advocate for, when you're first starting out, to maybe just look at Twitch like a little bit of a hobby for now. But if you do plan on maybe trying to give it a go down the line where you really are considering it as a career option for you, or you want to make it there for you, there is some things you have to consider before you do that. The first thing I would tell people who want to take Twitch that little bit more seriously is have a timeline. Have a plan of action put in place. Take out the Google Doc, take out a spreadsheet, notepad, write it down, whatever. What that's giving you is a way to chart your trajectory. This is something that I do myself all the time. When I first started streaming, I had to write all these things down, right? Because I had nothing really else going on. It was the middle of a pandemic. So I said to myself, hey, I'll just try this. But I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time doing it if it's not something that I A, enjoy, or B, really see any benefit from. Because I didn't know. I didn't know if I would enjoy being a streamer. So what I did was I wrote down some ideas, some goals that I would have, that by, maybe March 2021, or when the pandemic is over, I would like to have achieved this, and this. And that timeline doesn't always have to be goal orientated. That could be, games you want to stream, games you want to finish by this time if you're a game streamer. If you're a music streamer, maybe you want to, write some songs or whatever by this time, or have completed a record or whatever. It's just having things down on paper that you can give yourself a concrete timeline to work towards. Give yourself a kind of stretch timeline where you can maybe meet your goals, but also give yourself like a weekly timeline and or schedule. You hear the word schedule thrown around a lot with streaming, which is something we'll talk about in a little while, but that schedule isn't just what time you go live. That schedule could be, right, how am I spending my morning? How am I spending my afternoon before I stream? All these kind of things, definitely worth thinking about. This, I think, is really important. An expansion plan. You cannot expect that if you're seeing a bit of success on Twitch, that success is going to continuously just go to the moon. Oh my God, I hate the fact that I've just said to the moon, dude. Diamond hands, bro. Yeah, dude. You can't expect that it's just your trajectory is gonna go up without you doing anything else. Have a plan put in place. I knew that when I hit 2,500 followers on Twitch that I needed to start implementing more things onto my channel or into my social media presence in order to continue with the growth I've been seeing. So that's when I started making YouTube videos. I started making these tip videos. So have something in place, right? Once you know that people have an interest in your content, you need to start thinking about outside areas to continue your expansion. So be that a TikTok, be that a YouTube channel. It's having a plan to continue your growth outside. It starts then to work as a cycle. People find you on Twitch, they go watch your YouTube. They find you on YouTube, they go watch your Twitch. Literally daily now, and it's so cool. Like whenever I'm streaming, people pop in, they're like, hey, I found you on YouTube, and it's amazing. It's so cool. It's not as if that we have to go and create all this other content as well as what we're doing. We can a lot of the time take our stream content and put a lot of effort into that. Maybe you're someone who knows like After Effects and you do really cool TikToks, or you're somebody who's using something like Streamladder, which is a great tool to make your TikToks or your Instagram reels, and you're just doing it through that. It doesn't really take all that time, and it can really, really, really benefit your channel. But my main point here is TLDR, have an expansion plan in place for your channel. It's also important to think, if you were just starting out streaming, what type of streamer you are. You need to realize that there are thousands of streamers on Twitch, and you do not want to just be a blip in that sea of streamers. You need to do everything in your power to set yourself aside and separate yourself from everyone else. Now, that can be as big as you like or as small as you like. I'm not saying that you have to create some wildly unique, never been done before thing for your stream. No. But have something that just sets yourself aside from everyone else on the platform, right? For example, one thing that I do and typically has become popular on my channel is that my channel is all based around first playthroughs of games. I go in blind into games I've never played before, typically very popular games that I just, for whatever reason, have never played. I'm not like a, Valorant streamer or competitive gamer or whatever. This is what I do. This is my thing. So you have to ask yourself when you're starting out, like, what type of streamer do you want to be? Do you want to be the, 50 kill game Warzone streamer, the, 8 wins in a row Fortnite streamer, the insane creative build Minecraft streamer? Whatever. You have to ask yourself that, right? Maybe you're a just chatting streamer. Maybe you're somebody who's going to discuss politics. I'm just spitballing here, but it's good to ask yourself that. I think people are pretty aware of this point, but if you just kind of wake up one day, create a Twitch account, hit go live, and expect thousands of people to just come and watch you over the coming weeks, that is not how it works. You really have to kind of think about every aspect of your stream as well as your on-stream persona if you want this to go anywhere. What I'm saying is this all comes down to deciding who you want to be on the platform, and ultimately helps you find your voice on the platform, which is something I've talked about in other videos as well, like finding out who you are, because no one ever nailed it on day one or month one or even year one. I'm still finding who I am now after like 1,500 hours of streaming, right? I'm still figuring that out. My content will ultimately pivot and change, probably exactly like yours will and should. You cannot expect to just nail it day one. All right, what do you need? The bare minimum equipment you need to start your stream and possible career down the line. I would consider the following things that you need. Now, this isn't going to be a gear video. We're not going to go into depth about these things. I'm just going to mention them. Number one, PC or console. If you are going to be someone who's playing games. If you're going to be someone who's just chatting, I recommend that you need a camera. There's a lot of people who find success on the platform with no camera, but I never have seen a just chatting streamer who doesn't have a camera. Now, that's not to say that you can't be a VTuber. If you're somebody who wants to be a VTuber or someone who wants to use an avatar, that can be done as well. But if that's what you want to do, you need to create that. You need to make that. Maybe you need to commission someone to make that. But I would say visual element, which would be camera or avatar, and I would say you need a microphone. Now, that does not need to be a €1,000 microphone. It does not need to be a Shure SM7B like I use. It could be a headset or whatever, but we need to hear you. We can't learn about you if we can't hear you. I would say that, you do not need to go and spend thousands on a microphone. You need to do your research into some good, cheap alternatives, be it a headset or even a USB microphone, because I would say that in the last maybe 5-6 years, you could get away with any audio quality on Twitch to an extent. But now that quality ceiling has just been raised a little bit more. You don't need this insane broadcast microphone that makes your voice sound like this and hello and look at all this processing I have in my audio. I don't need that. But what you do need to be is clear. If at any point you're hearing a hiss or a hum, or we can hear your, parents giving out about the dog shitting on the carpet in the background, then you need to look into alternatives. If you don't have that yet, I would recommend waiting until you can afford something like that before going live. That might ruffle a few feathers, but it's just the way I see it. You want to give yourself the best chance from day one. But the beauty of this stuff is you can always upgrade, right? If you have a mic or a camera that you consider is fine from day one or acceptable from day one, that's totally cool. Get on the platform, hopefully start earning some, money eventually down the line, and you can reinvest that stuff into your stream. But those, I would say, are essential. So I would say, like, literal day one things you need in terms of equipment: something to stream from, be it a PC, your phone, console, some sort of microphone, and some sort of camera and or, avatar, VTuber type thing. Those are the basics. There is a few things that you're going to need that I think if you want your stream to kind of stand out, and that is branding. That is design assets and stuff for your stream. There's a lot of different ways out there. There's a lot of different places you can go and get your branding and all that kind of stuff. But one thing that I've come across that makes it super easy for someone who maybe wants to do it themselves or doesn't have a massive budget is Placeit. And we mentioned Placeit at the start of the video, and I'm going to show you guys how to create some branding now using Placeit. I do think people kind of realize now that you do need some sort of design or branding element on your stream. You need a voice, you need some sort of logo or whatever that people can relate to. This logo can be used to inform a lot of different aspects on your stream, be it your alerts, your starting soon screens, your transitions, your overlay, whatever you want to use. And it can get quite costly to do that all from, say, paying a designer, hiring a designer and working with them, or, spending the time and doing a course and learning to do it yourself. So if you want an easy solution, I would definitely recommend checking out Placeit. We're going to look at what they offer here and make some of our own designs using Placeit that I would consider that people need for their stream. So the first things first is a logo. I'm in the gaming section now. They have a little whole section dedicated to gaming on the website. There's actually a lot of free stuff on the website as well. Let's click on logos, right? We want a logo. And the beauty of Placeit is that you actually don't need to download anything like Photoshop or have a knowledge of things like Photoshop to do your designs. You do everything right here on the platform. So we've got some cool like avatar type things here. We can see them, you can hover over them, they change color and stuff like that. I actually really love this this skull. So as you can see, it just loads into this awesome little editor. So you can change things like your background color. I always like pinks and purples on my designs. Ooh, that's really nice with the blue actually. Very cool. And there's also like loads of different images you can choose from, right? And you can also go with no image if you wanted. You can also upload stuff as well. And if you wanted to put a picture of yourself here, you could literally do that. But let's say we want to go with one of their pre-built designs. Yeah, I love this. All right, okay. So now that we've got our name, we're gonna call ourselves Cool Streamer 777. So as you guys can see, it just changes all in real time. It's pretty easy to get yourself a little logo that looks cool, that's very editable. Like if you weren't too crazy on the font, they've so many different fonts that you can choose from, which is super nice. Like that actually looks really cool. So we've got our logo. We want to use, let's see what else we might need. Might need some like Twitch panels. All right, so look at this. We've got like donation buttons, we got Discords, follow stuff, subscribe buttons, chat rules. Let me see what fits our Cool Streamer vibe. I like this. Look, this one's actually free as well, so you can use this for free. In the corner, we can actually upload our logo. We can upload our Cool Streamer logo that we just made, which will go in place of this one right here. We can select our graphics, upload an image, change all our, maybe go back to that pink because we've just made our actual logo pink. But like, let's change that gradient color maybe to a deep purple. Oh yeah, okay, this is looking nice. And again, we can edit all this text. We could have about, and we can change our font. Let's go back to that Afterlife font because that was pretty sick. So yeah, we've got our About Me button. We can resize that, make it whatever size we want, move it around, put it in the right place. And you can literally do that. You hit them download and you can make every single one uniform right there and then. You got OBS overlays. You've got starting soon screens, which you can also edit to be your B or B screens. Some of these are actually animated as well, which is super cool. See there, this one's playing is animated. That's really sick. All of this done right in the website. A lot of these are free as well. So even if you don't purchase a PlayStation subscription, you can use all that. So this is a great way, as I said, to get your branding and get it done all in one place, and you have full control of what it looks like. And if you ever add some stuff down the line, you can change anything. One thing that's super cool as well is if you're repurposing content for YouTube, you can get your thumbnails here. As I said, you just edit them straight away as well. You can upload your own picture. Got all this awesome cool stuff that you can use that is super nice and original looking, which is very nice. We type in Instagram story right now, and if you're going live and say you want to do like an Instagram story to say that you're live, you can download these like super cool animated stories that you can just stick your branding on that you've used this website to create. A lot of these are free as well, and you can throw this stuff up and it's vertical and you can just make it look nice, and it's really a nice way to tweet out something or, you know, tell your followers that you're live other than just tweeting it or putting it on your story. You have this cool little thing that's eye-catching. But yeah, everybody, highly recommend checking out Placeit. It's always cool to work with sponsors that are actually in the space that I feel will add benefit to you guys as well. So if you want to learn more about what they do, please check out the link in the description. Directly helps support me. But aside from them, look, you can go anywhere to get your branding or whatever done. I just feel like this is a very quick and easy solution to get your stuff done and get it done quickly and easy with you having full control over everything, all done in one platform. But branding is super important. I've said this 1,000 times, that to get it nailed down to what you might need is super, super, super helpful. Man, I feel I'm getting super serious in my videos lately. Like, I feel like I need to be doing something silly. Like, do you guys need me to do something silly every like minute or two in these videos to keep it entertaining? I don't know. Like, time for Dan's silly intermission of the week. Insert silly clip here. I hope you enjoyed the silly clip. Back to the video. Last point in this video is, if you are planning on becoming someone who does live streaming or content creation, Twitch, YouTube, whatever, full time, one thing that's super important to remember is pivot if you need, right? Change your whole tactic if you need. If you're doing something and it is not working for you, continuing to push that idea doesn't always mean that it's one day going to work. Yes, that could be the case. There's plenty of people who are like doing something on Twitch that wasn't big and then all of a sudden became big overnight. But if you don't know if that's going to happen for you, you're not willing to take that risk, change up your content. Don't get pigeonholed into doing the one thing all the time and just praying for different results. When I say like changing it up or pivoting, it doesn't necessarily mean the game you're playing. It could be your branding, it could be your setting, it could be your stream as a whole. You know, it could be where you're streaming at times. You know, maybe you're not seeing success on Twitch. Maybe it's time to maybe stream here on YouTube. I don't know. But my point is, try it. and see. Nobody ever lost everything just by giving something a go. There's people who have lost everything trying to hammer home the same idea every single day for years and then found themselves 4 years later, 5 years later with nothing to show for it. And I don't want any of you to become that person. So what I'm saying is don't fear change in this scenario. Put it to you this way. I'm a musician in my spare time, and there is so many times where I'm like sitting there at my guitar and I'm playing a song and playing a little riff on the guitar and I'm like, whoa, this is awesome. This is so cool. And then I'll keep working on it and keep trying to develop it and make a cool song out of it. And then maybe 2 weeks into trying to write that song, I'm like, this riff sucks. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'll go and I'll write it and I'll finish the song and I'll look back at the original shitty iPhone videos that I normally take so I can remember what my songs are. And it's the end result never sounds anything like what I started playing at the start. But I'm way happier with what I changed it up to. I didn't just try and force this one idea to work for me. I adapted and changed it. And you should treat your content like that. You should not be afraid to just completely overhaul it and start from scratch if you have to. And you'll be very surprised with the result. Everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that made maybe some things that you need to work on a little bit clearer. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you're enjoying the channel. And you can also catch me on Twitch 4 days a week at twitch.tv/x2shoes. There is also some links in the description for other ways to support my channel as well if you are so inclined. Let me know in the comments if you think there's anything I missed, and please leave a like on the video as well if you enjoyed it. Lets me know that you guys enjoy it and if you want me to continue making these types of videos. We've lots of different types of videos coming on the channel very shortly. Now that I'm kind of focusing on YouTube a bit more, putting a bit more time and resources into it, we've kind of got some different types of videos, still all streaming tip related, but maybe there's a little bit more than me just sitting right here and ranting at you all for 15 minutes or so. And we got a live stream coming up on the channel soon. I'm not sure the exact date yet, but we're going to do a live stream here on YouTube and we're going to be answering some of your streamer questions. It's a little 5K celebration, so hopefully soon. But yeah, keep an eye on that. I'll make a post on the community page here and also on my Twitter, which you can follow at x2shoes on Twitter. That's probably the best way to keep up with me and what I do. As always, thank you so much for watching the videos. I hope you have an amazing week on your streams or on your content creation journey. And if you don't have a great week this week, don't worry. Next week is a new one. You're killing it. You're awesome. See you guys next week. Peace out.